Well, we might not have the bright lights of Hollywood here in South Mississippi, but a set designer's coast life brings some of that movie stage flair to a Biloxi theater.
I've been working at this for 40-some years, doing sets and lights. We have another door to put right in the middle here.
Most of those 40 years, Tim Baker spent in Hollywood.
I've built stuff for the Oscars and the Emmys, the Grammys.
Baker has designed and built sets for hundreds of movies and shows, including The Entourage and Castle.
If budget and time are willing, I can make anything. So if we need to do a giant helicopter flying down from the top, we'll figure out a way to make it work. Now it's all about smoothing everything out. I did a 40-foot tree for the Grammys that was pretty insane. It had to be 40 foot tall and just about almost as wide, and that's a lot of steel and sculpting and foam to be flying in and out with actors around and stagehands around. So I built some really big things.
With those projects comes big time commitments.
The film work is really exhausting. The hours are crazy. A minimum day is 12-hour day.
After decades of those long days combined with a life-threatening accident, Baker started looking for a slower pace. He reconnected with his college girlfriend and about 5 years ago moved to where she was living on the Mississippi coast.
This is that door for the middle, right?
It didn't take long for him to discover a door he could open and still use his special talents.
I think one of the first weeks I was here, I saw a show here and then started coming in, and I've been the designer ever since.
Baker's creativity is on display for every production at Center Stage Theater in Biloxi. It may not be Hollywood, but that doesn't mean his creations are less elaborate.
Then all the props have to be made as well, and a lot of those they're gaffed props, they're tricks. So like, the knives have to be able to squirt blood on the neck, and the chair that he sits in, he has to be able to pull the lever, and they have to shoot down through the floor. So all the mechanics and the welding and all that stuff has to be figured out ahead of time.
Tim's gone from his work being seen around the world back to where it all started for him, in a small local theater, and that's just the way he wants it.
It's just as creative and fun, but the pressure is much less than on film productions. It gets crazy. There's a lot of screaming in film production, and there's almost none in theater, almost.
He's not just getting to continue what he loves, Baker is also passing along his tricks of the trade. He works with school productions and aspiring set builders.
In film, you really get to know all of those, all of the cutting edge materials and techniques, and to bring those here and use them in theater is really fun.
And when the curtain opens, Baker can sit back and enjoy what he's pieced together.
This is just hard work, you're hammering, nailing, sanding all day long. It's not, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but I do love when you get the finished set and the audience sees it for the first time and they gasp or whatever that happens. That's always fun. It makes it all worthwhile.
And the set you saw Baker working on there is for Lin-Mei Sperano. It will be the first show for Center Stage's 50th season. You can see it September 12th through 22nd.